If you don't know the script by now, you should. The British, the US and the Russians do the same in time of war. 1. Invite your own national TV to film the bombers going out in Syria. 2. Supply cockpit video without any proof that what is being hit is what they say is being hit. 3. Send out a uniform to tell the world every bomb hit the target, no civilians killed. London, Washington and now Moscow. The song remains the same. And Russia's English language channel ready to pump it out.
A direct airstrike has destroyed an explosives plant to the north of the city of Homs. This plant was used to pack vehicles with explosives that were later involved in terrorist acts, including suicide attacks.
Day 2 of America and Russia bombing Syria. Both superpowers agreed that talking air traffic control might be a good idea. They held a joint military video conference late this afternoon, but only after Senator John McCain had accused Russia of targeting rebels who'd been trained by the CIA. And on the ground, the ever-suffering Syrians, of course, sensing newer, bigger bombs and keen to point the finger.
See how these explosions are totally different from the Syrian ones before? The Russian jets are still circling in the sky.
Well, verifying who creates what explosion, where and when in the Syrian propaganda storm is next to impossible. But the Russians are bombing, with, they say, more than 50 helicopters and warplanes deployed. To them, every anti-Assad fighter is a dangerous Islamic terrorist.
If it looks like a terrorist, if it acts like a terrorist, if it walks like a terrorist, if it fights like a terrorist, it's a terrorist, right? I would recall that we always were saying that we are going to fight ISIL and other terrorist groups. This is the same position which the Americans are taking.
But right now, tonight, Sergei and the boss Vladimir have one big problem. They claim they're bombing IS and other Islamic rebels because to Russia they're all the same. But they can't furnish any proof that IS is being bombed at all. Russian officials said today they bombed Idlib city in the north, an ammunition dump and bomb factory, Hama city further south, an administration position, and just to the north of Homs, an ammunition and bomb factory. These are not IS areas, but areas north of Homs, from where anti-Assad groups are pushing out west, and from Idlib in the north, where anti-Assad rebels are pushing southwest. Both offensives now threaten Tartus and Latakia, coastal areas loyal to Assad, but where the Russians also have their naval and air bases. And IS? Where are they in all this? Well, their heartland is miles away to the east and far north of Syria. Where there is Syria and Russians, there will likely be Iranians too. Reports today that hundreds of Iranian soldiers now preparing to push north with President Assad's forces under the air support from Russia. Oh, and don't forget that Russians also have ground forces too, who will not be fighting, or so President Putin tells us.
The Russians have got at least 2 battalions on the ground. They've got a marine battalion at Tartus, the port, and they've got a battalion task group at Latakia, which is the airfield. And they've got there a tank company, they've got rifle companies, they've got artillery. So they're not just operating in the air, although they've started to do that. It looks as if the build-up is to give them at least the option of operating on the ground.
Video released by the Russian Defense Ministry purports to show Sukhoi fighter bombers returning to base. Commander-in-Chief Putin will know very well what Assad and Obama have learned the hard way. You cannot remove militias from the air in Syria. And what will Putin do then?